Good evening and welcome to Neurogenesis. In today's video, we will be discussing question number 1.2 of the chapter Some Basic Concepts of Chemistry from the class 11th NCERT textbook. Now, let me read out the question here. Calculate the mass percent of different elements present in sodium sulfate, which is Na2SO4. So, first, let me just write down the formula here as it has been given in the question. It will be switch to blue. Na2SO4. Now, if you look at it, we have three different elements here. We have two atoms of sodium, one atom of sulfur, and four atoms of oxygen. So let me quickly jot down their atomic masses here. So atomic mass of sodium is 23 U. Atomic mass of sulfur is 32 U. And atomic mass of oxygen is 16 U. Now, let us all first take the molecular mass of Na2SO4, sodium sulfate. So if you remember the formula we did in the previous video, we would get 2, since there are two atoms of sodium, into 23, plus 1 into, there's one atom of sulfur, is 32, plus 4, since there are 4 atoms of oxygen, into 16. So this would fetch you 46 plus 32 plus 64, which is equal to 142 U. Now this is the molecular mass. So let me just circle this. This is the molecular mass. Okay, so we have to find the mass percent. Now let's just revise how we find the percentage of anything that we want. So what you take is, first you take your desired value, and then you divide that by your total value, and then you multiply that into 100. Now this is how to take a percentage. Now with that out of the way, let's start. We have to find the mass percentage of each element. So let's start off with sodium here. Number 1, sodium. Now we have 23 U of sodium. So for that we will take 23 U is the atomic mass of sodium, but in the element we have two atoms. So hence we have 46 U of sodium by the total mass of the compound, which is 142 U. Now this multiply this by 100 and you should get 32.39%. Now this is the mass percent of sodium in sodium sulfate. We go to the second one, which is sulfur. Now we have one atom of sulfur in sodium sulfate, which is 32 grams, 32 U. So 32 U by 142 U into 100. Now this should fetch you 22.54%. Now question number 3. The third part of this question, which is mass percentage of oxygen. Now we have four atoms of oxygen, each one weighing 16 U. So 16 into 4 is 64 U. We take 64 U, 64 U by 142 U into 100, which gives you 45.07%. Okay. So again, this is the mass by mass percentage of all the elements in a compound. And if you add all of this, all these three, you will get 100% because those are the only elements constituting this compound. Now let's run through what I did here. First, you take the atomic masses, then you take the molecular mass, and then you divide the mass of each element in the compound by the total mass. And then you multiply that by 100 and you get the mass percent. I hope all of you understood this. In next class, you will be doing question number 1.3. Thank you.